Hi, this is SJ Talks in Life coming back at you with another video. If you're new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, please, and thank you. I was listening to Elder Rashawn, Elder Truth. He's got, I think, 2 or 3 channels on here. Elder Truth, very wise older man. He's very wise. I don't agree with everything he says, but mostly everything he says I agree with. He's one of the content creators I watch on a regular basis. He uh, he cuts straight to the chase. He doesn't mince words. He's passionate about the black community, but at the same time, he's gonna tell the truth, and that's why he calls himself Elder Truth. He's out of New Orleans, older black gentleman, very very wise, very very wise, and everything. And I love listening to the older content creators because they're very, very wise. Very, very wise. And he's passionate about the black community, just talking about the different issues in the black community, and stuff like that. And he just, like I said, he cuts straight to the chase. He tells the truth. And I think, like I said, I'm like that, so I'm drawn to other YouTubers that are like that. He keeps it 100. He was talking about black women on Section 8 or women on Section 8 um, letting these bums move into their house, and then they wind up losing their benefits. That's what I want to talk about. I think I looked at that video earlier, and I think I'm gonna piggyback off of that. Um, yeah, I spent many years as a single mother, and the one thing that I didn't do is let some man move in on me and live off of me. And I was on Section 8 at one time. It just made me think back when he was talking about that. It made me think back to when I first got on Section 8. When it was just me and my oldest son. It was before my youngest son was born, because it's 10 years between my sons. And moved to this apartment complex that's no longer in existence because they tore it down. But I moved into this apartment complex, and I remember I was paying $50 a month. This made me go down memory lane when he was talking about that. I was paying $50 a month when I first moved into that apartment because I was unemployed at the time, and I was paying $50 a month. And of course, that a few months later, after I moved into the apartment, I got a job, and the rest is history. But I was paying $50 a month when I first on Section 8. When I first moved into this apartment, it was a 2-bedroom apartment. I actually winded up giving my Section 8 back, because I had it was only me and my oldest son. I told that story on here a long time ago. I don't know where the video is at. I don't know. It's way back in my archives. Good luck if you can find it. But I told that story because I did a video that got 20,000 views. It was my highest ranking video. That thing got 20,000 views. I was talking about Section 8, Medicaid, and something else in this video. That was my highest ranking video I ever had. I got like over 20,000 views on that video. And people were coming in the comment sections accusing me of being on Section 8. Because I was talking about, well, what about the people on Section 8 and all that kind of stuff? Because the government, I think I was talking about government cuts. That's what it was. I was talking about the government cuts. And I was talking about, well, what about the people on Section 8? And people were coming in that comment section accusing me of being on Section 8 and all this kind of stuff. So I had to do a clarification video. And so in that video, I was talking about how I gave up my Section 8. It's a long story. I gave up my Section 8 because I found a better job and I was able to move into something that Section 8 wouldn't cover, So, make a long story short. So I wanted to give my Section 8 back. But when I first got on it, I was paying $50 a month. And now one of the rules when you're on Section 8 is that you cannot you can't let a man live with you. You can't have another adult living with you if they're not on the lease, for obvious reasons. If you have another adult living with you, you need to report it so they can calculate your income based on both of y'all. Or if it goes over, you might wind up losing the Medicaid or the Section 8. Um, and that's what a lot of these women are doing. They're on Section 8 and they're letting these guys move in, these bums move in, and they're losing their benefits. And that is the biggest mistake a single mother can make. The biggest mistake, the biggest single a mistake the single mothers can make is let a man move in on you, whether you're on Section 8 or not. But particularly if you're on Section 8, you let a man move in on you with you. First of all, you shouldn't be living with a man unless you are married. Unless he puts a ring on your finger, that is the only way that you should be living with a man. First of all, let's get that established right off the bat. You should not be shacking with a man unless he is willing to put a ring on your finger, first of all. Second of all, if you're going to live with a man, make sure that man can kick in. Make sure he's earning enough income to kick in, okay? First of all, if the man has to come live with you, you really shouldn't even be dating him, because he should have his own. A man should have his own. He should have his own job. He should have his own place. He shouldn't be looking to sack up with you. If he's looking to sack up with you, that's a red flag. A man should have his own. A man shouldn't even be looking for a woman unless he has his own place. Okay? Because my oldest son, case in point, my oldest son, he was like, Mom, I want to get my own house, I want to get my own house and everything, because, because he wants to get married. And he said women be looking at, I don't want women be looking at me and saying, well, you still living with your mama and stuff like that. And so I understood where he's coming from. And he said, I just want to get my own, I just want to have my own, because he figured he's going to look better on paper if he has his own house. So my oldest son has his own house. He's doing quite well. He's been in that house for a while and he's doing really good. So that's what I'm saying. Men should have their own, or men should be striving to have their own. Whether it doesn't have to be a house. It can be an apartment, has his own apartment. At the time when I was living on Section 8, I did have a boyfriend. I had a boyfriend, but he had his own place and I had mine. Now, when I first moved into this apartment, he was living with his sister. Then he moved into his own apartment. Okay. He had his own apartment. He was always a hard worker. Never had a issue with this man not working. He was always a hard worker. But he had his own place and I had mine. Okay. That's how we rolled in that relationship. He didn't come sacking up on me and my son. Because a real man is going to be striving to get his own place. He is going to be striving to get his own place. He's not going to be looking to sack up on you. Because like I said, when I first moved into this apartment, he was living with his sister, because he was between jobs and, life happens. And he was staying with his sister. But he strived to get his own apartment, and he got his own apartment. He wasn't looking to come in and sack up on me and my son. And so that's what I'm talking about. A real man is going to be looking to secure his own residence, whether it be an apartment or it be a house. That is a real man, and that's how a real man moves. Okay? A real man is not going to be looking to sack up on you and your kids. If he's looking to come sack up on you and your kids, that's a red flag. Okay? He should be having his own. Why he want to come looking for you? Looking to sack up on you. And some men seek out single mothers with children. They seek out single mothers with children so they can have some place to sack up. They target single mothers with children. And sometimes that's the only reason why they're messing with a single mother, just so they can have a place to sack up. That's the biggest mistake a single mother can make, is let a man move in, whether you're on Section 8 or not. But particularly if you're on Section 8, don't let this guy move in on you and you take the chance of losing your benefits. It took me a year and a half to get on Section 8. And I had to stand out in the cold at the office. I had to stand out in the cold to get on to fill out the paperwork, because this was in the 90s. This was before. Now you can do it online now. You can go online and do it now. But this was before the computers and stuff. Well, there was computers, but it was before the internet. Okay? It's before the internet. This was in the 90s, before the internet. I had to wait out in the cold with a group of people to go in and get the application and fill out the paperwork and to get on the list. You got to go. It's a lot of red tape that you have to go through. Then I had to wait a year and a half to get on it. And then once you get your letter, you got so much time to find a crib that's approved by Section 8. Okay? So you on a time limit. So it's a lot of red tape it's a lot that people think that people just get on. It's not an easy process. Trust me, I've been through it. It's a lot of red tape that you got to go through. So you got to go through a lot to get on the Section 8. They have to inspect the unit. Once you find a unit that they approve, they got to inspect it to make sure it's up to code and all this kind of stuff. They got to make sure that the apartment is going to be accepting, their portion of the payment and all this kind of stuff. It's a lot of things that you got to go through to even get on the Section 8. So once you get on it, you don't want to lose it unless you're in a position to where you're ready to give it up, okay? Until you're ready. But you don't want to put yourself in a situation to where you losing your benefits because you got some bum living in your house or your apartment. That place is for you and your children. It is not for a man. That man shouldn't be living with you unless he's willing to put a ring on your finger. If he ain't willing to put no ring on your finger, he shouldn't be staying with you. Okay? And that's the bottom line. And I know single mothers, I've been there. When you're a single mother, you want somebody there to help you. Who wants to be a single mother? Don't nobody want to be no single mother. You want somebody there to help you. And you want that companionship as well. You may even want a father figure for your children. I understand. I get it. Been there, done that. Had all those feelings and emotions. Been there and done that. I was a single mother for many years. I done been through all the phases. I get it that you may want companionship. I get it that you might want a father figure to your children. I get it you want somebody there to help you. But key word, help. Okay, you don't need no help doing bad. I said this in another video. You don't need no help doing bad. As I used to tell the young ladies on the job, you don't need no help doing bad. You can do bad by yourself. What you need help doing bad for? Okay, I always said that I can do bad by myself. I don't need no help doing bad. Okay, so don't let some man come in and sack up on you. Period. Because if he has to sack up on you and your kids, you don't need to be with him. He needs to have his own place. He should have his own. A man should have his own. And if he doesn't have his own, he should not be looking for a relationship. He should not be looking for a woman. Okay? If he's coming to sack up with you and your children, that's a problem. And if you're on Section 8, don't take the chance of losing your benefits. That's for you and your children. And with the rents going up and everything, and a lot of these landlords don't even want to accept Section 8 no more. And I hear it's even hard for women to even find a place on that accepts Section 8, because a lot of places are not accepting it anymore because of bad experiences. Because you got some people on Section 8 that like to trash the units and things like that. Not everybody on Section 8 is like that. I wasn't like that, but you got some people that like to trash the units, and some landlords just figure it's more trouble than what it's worth. And they stop accepting Section 8. So it's hard to even find someone that even accepts Section 8. So it's like I said, it's a lot of red tape and there's a lot that you got to go through to get on it. So why would you want to take the chance of losing it by letting some loser move into your apartment or your house, or where a roof for you and your children? That's for you and your children. That is the government giving you assistance so you and your children can have a place to stay. Okay, that's generous. Okay, but don't let some man come in, especially if he ain't got no money, he ain't helping you, he living off of you. He should have his own. That's the biggest mistake a single mother can make, or any woman, but particularly a single mother, because he's taking up your resources. He's taking up the resources that you have for your children. Your food in your house you got for your kids. The roof, the heat, everything that you paid into that dwelling, food and all that stuff goes into your children. When you're a single mother, when I was a single mother, all of my expenses I poured into my household. Because, especially kids, they always need something, clothes or whatever. Everything I earned or I had went into my household and to my children. And I certainly was not going to be sitting up there taking care of some man. Excuse me? I think not. Because I didn't believe in shacking up anyway. And so, yeah, absolutely not. I didn't play that. I did not play that. And you got to be strong, and you can't be so desperate for companionship that you're just willing to just take anything. Because some of these guys prey on single mothers with kids. If he doesn't have his own, it's a no-go. He needs to have his own. Because like I said, when I was on Section 8, I had a boyfriend, but he had his own apartment. That's a real man. He wasn't looking to move in, sack up with me and my son. He wanted to get his own. He got his own apartment. Now, that's a real man. I got to give him that. That's a real man. A real man is going to have his own. He is going to have his own. He's going to strive to get his own. He ain't going to be looking to sack up on with you and your kids. Okay? So that's something that single mothers, I thought I'd talk about that, seen that video, and I said, yeah, I think I'm going to talk about that. I haven't did a single mother video lately, so yeah, that's the worst thing you can do as a single mother. The worst thing you can do is let some man come in and sack up on you and your kids. Know your worth, ladies. Remember, number one rule, know your worth. Know that you deserve better. Okay? And have standards and requirements. Okay? And no man should be living with you unless he's willing to put a ring on your finger. Okay, go ahead and hit that like, subscribe, and share until the next video. And the notification bell. Until the next video, you be blessed.